Greetings to you in the precious name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Welcome to this 5-minute quick devotion, and I pray that you will continue to be blessed as we share about gates for the next few days and to see the importance and the relevance of gates in our life and what the Bible has to say about gates. And the book of Psalm chapter 24 verse number 7, the writer of the Psalm says, "Lift up your heads, O you gates, and be lifted up, you everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in." The writer of the Psalms definitely was before the cross, and therefore he looks at a certain gate and he commands the gates to be lifted up and the everlasting doors to be lifted up. Why? The King of glory will come in. Now, what are gates all about? Before we get into that, I want to let you know that the psalmist was looking towards a certain future and commanding the gates to be open. But today we are post-cross, and Jesus has completed everything that needs to be completed. He cried, "It is finished," and we live post-cross. Therefore, the gates are open. But just because the gates are open does not mean every blessing reaches us automatically. There's a certain amount of battle that needs to be undertaken, a certain spiritual mechanism that needs to be engaged for us to receive what Jesus has already purchased for us. So I'm going to talk to you about gates for the next few days. What are gates in the Bible? Gates refer to exit or an entry point. I'm sure we don't need to explain about physical gates, gates at our homes, city gates, airport entry doors, and car doors. It prevents, it's actually a gate is an exit or an entry point. But again, every time you see the word gate in the Bible, you must realize we're not generally just talking about a physical gate, but also a spiritual gate. Or in other words, before every natural gate, is behind that there's a spiritual gate. So therefore there are two types of gates. The first gate is a natural gate, and the second gate is a spiritual gate. Natural gates are gates which you see in our homes, but spiritual gates hold destinies, hold what belongs to you. Yes, Jesus has won over the victory over Satan, and the gates of hell, he said, will not prevail against the church. So therefore it's very important that you understand this basic concept is that before you conquer a physical gate, you have to conquer a spiritual gate. What are gates? Gates are something which is holding something back from you. It could be a job. It could be marriage. It could be a financial breakthrough. These are spiritual gates. And so as we continue this teaching about gates, and I pray that God will begin to speak to you and how to direct your words to be able to open these gates, because as I made a mention, the gates are open. Psalm chapter 24 verse 8. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty. Lift up your heads, O you gates. Lift up you everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. 2,000 years ago, the King of glory entered into the gate of Hades, gates of hell, and plundered hell, destroyed Satan, and he won back whatever belongs to you and whatever belongs to me. What Adam lost, the second Adam gained. Therefore, the gates are technically open. But the Lord has left us a mechanism, a spiritual mechanism, to be able to plunder what belongs to you. Yes, Jesus has won over the war, won over Satan, but we need to also follow Jesus in the battle to receive what belongs to us. And it is done through understanding and by faith. So see you tomorrow as we continue this teaching on gates.